All right, I've decided, cutie. You're just adorable enough for me to keep you. Yay! Wait, oh no! Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir Duvit, and today I want to play a game called One Bite. Is Espoir the name you wish to use? Certain names may have an impact on how the story progresses. Uh-oh. Yes? That's ominous. Oh no, health bar. Inventory. Aw, man. When you wake up, it's dark. You don't know where you are, and the floor is cold and sticky underneath you. You feel for your phone, but find nothing on you but your clothes. Your neck stings for some reason. What happened? Aw, man. A light abruptly flickers on above you, dimly lighting the room. You're in a dark basement filled with cabinets. The stickiness you feel turns out to be blood, half dried on the stone. How did you get here? You only remember going to sleep, and then... you can't remember. Panic rises in your chest. Where are you? Blearily, you sit up and quickly see two paths you could take out of the room. On the left side, a door. On the right side, darkness. Let me just get acquainted with this save button right now. Should you run or stop and look around? Well, I always want to observe your surroundings. You glance around, getting a better look at your surroundings. Chains and manacles decorate the walls. You see what looks like a bloody heap lying in one barely visible corner. In the opposite corner, something sparkles in the dim light. Is that an item? My RPG senses say to pick up the shiny. In the corner of the room, you find a shiny silver key lying near a pool of blood. I guess they ain't gonna be needing that key no more. Careful not to touch anything nasty, you take the key and slip it into your pocket. Wait for something to happen. Let's see, I guess investigate the heap. You steel yourself and get up, going over to get a better look at the heap. Then you freeze up in shock. It's a girl. There goes my sanity. Clearly dead. Her eyes are open, staring off at nothing. There's an obvious stab wound in her bare abdomen. Her body's not decayed at all, and the blood around her isn't fully dry yet. Someone killed her recently. You step back, shaking, and turn away from the sight you just witnessed. Your eyes focus in on the left and right hallways. I don't think I want to examine the corpse any more slowly. She's not having a great time. Let's see. Wait for whatever happens next. I'm gonna have to see what happens if I choose that. Well, let's go right, because the right's usually the right way to go, right? You head right. A tall stairway appears before you, disappearing into the darkness. Let's go on them stairs! You carefully but swiftly climb the stairs. A dim light illuminates the top of the stairs, and you press on towards it. A door. With desperation, you try the knob, but then your heart sinks like a stone. It's locked. Can I use my cute little key? You try the key you have with the locked door, but to your dismay, it doesn't fit. Dang it! Oh, fine, I'll go back down. Alright, what's left towards the door? You go left. A painted door handle waits before you. It's remarkably nice, considering its surroundings. Can I unlock this door with my cute little key? You fumble with the key as you flip it over once, then twice, before getting it into the keyhole. The lock turns and you shove inward, revealing a bedroom. One that a typical college student might have. A little messy, but not horribly so. A twin-sized bed, a dresser, a nightstand topped with a framed photo. and your heart jumps into your throat as you notice a thick steel chain bolted into the wall next to the bed. You don't want to think about what that's for. Lock the door behind you, continue to the bedroom. You know what? I'm gonna lock the door behind me. That seems like a smart thing to do. You close the door softly behind you, then turn the lock. Yeah, that seems like something I should do. Unless there's something in this room and I just locked myself in with it. Steeling yourself, you continue into the bedroom. There's the bed, the dresser, the nightstand, and the chain. Let's look at the chain. It's a thick steel chain bolted to the wall to one side of the bed. The chain is long enough that a chained-up person could lie down in the bed. Oh, something bad probably happened here. Upon closer inspection, there's a faint blood stain on the floor underneath the chain. You wonder who was unlucky enough to be chained up in this room before you. What's going on with that bed? It's just a regular twin bed. The cover is rumpled from recent use. Nothing out of the ordinary. Is the bed warm? Although, you look a little closer and see a scrap of paper. On it is scribbled the word Inessa. Let me just write that down. On it is scribbled the word Inessa. You wonder what that means. What's going on with the dresser? It's a solid wooden dresser. Inside, most of the drawers are clean clothes, haphazardly shoved inside. Inside the last drawer, however, are a frightening assortment of weapons and toys. The fact that they are stored in the same drawer is highly concerning for several reasons. Very unhygienic, very dirty, very icky. There's gonna be germs all over your weapons. Take out one of the weapons or move on from the dresser? I think we should probably take a weapon. You take one of the knives, choosing one that's foldable and small enough to hide in your pocket. You worry about the cleanliness of the blade, but that can't be your top priority right now. Your life is in danger. You don't know that. Someone could have invited you here for a lovely steak dinner. Investigate the nightstand. The nightstand itself is nothing special, but on top of the nightstand is an old framed photo of a middle-aged woman with dark hair and gray eyes. You wonder who it could be and why she's of importance. You check inside the nightstand's drawer to find a bottle of water. The plastic seal is still intact. Should I trust that? I'm not gonna trust it. Leave the water bottle alone. You decided not to drink any of it, even though it's sealed. Better safe than sorry. It's probably totally fine. Leave the bedroom? Ah! Oh, hi! I wasn't rummaging in that bedroom. Is that your bedroom? I like your necklace. You open the bedroom door to leave and run straight into a thin figure, his features barely visible under the dim lights. Oh, Espoir, are you snooping around my stuff? Is that your room? What kind of things you doing in that bedroom? He grins at you, leaning on the doorframe as you take a step back from the doorway. Who is this? How does he know your name? Attack him with the knife? Well, first I'm gonna ask who he is before I knife him down. Who are you? Me? Espoir? I'm kinda hurt. He smiles and brushes his long bangs back from his forehead, revealing more of his face. You have beautiful eyes. Young, pale, with thin features and clear skin, but the detail that catches your gaze most is the heavy scarring over his right eye. Oh, you've seen his face before, yet you can't recall where from. Cutie, I've been following you for weeks. He tilts his head slightly, the innocent gesture a stark contrast to his wording. You really don't remember me at all? You feel shaky. Why? Why would he follow you? Why kidnap you and bring you here? You're hardly important or very wealthy. Because I hoped you would be interesting. He straightens from the doorframe and takes a step towards you, and instinctively you back away. Now here you are, so please, don't disappoint me. I'd hate for all of this to be a waste. I mean, I got this knife. And trust me, if I get bored, you won't like it either. Try to push past him or sit down on his bed? I'm gonna push past him. To your surprise, he lets you sweep him aside with barely any resistance. In fact, he outright lets you get past him. You want to keep playing? Okay, cutie. I'll give you 30 seconds head start. Sounds fair to me. He leans against the doorframe, lazily flipping his knife open and shut with one hand. I don't know if there's timed things, but let me just get my finger on the mouse. What is this? Does he think this is some kind of game? He's acting like you're playing hide and seek, but judging from the glinting blade in his hand, you won't like what happens when he finds you. But what else can you do but play? So you run. You can try to hide in the main basement area, or you can try going up the stairs. I kind of want to try going up the stairs again, but I have a feeling the door is locked. A tall stairway appears before you, disappearing into the darkness. Behind you, you suddenly hear a voice. Ugh. Ready or not, Espoir, here I come. Was that 30 seconds? You should have counted out loud. He's taunting you. You run up the stairs. A dim light illuminates the very top of the stairs, and you press on towards it. A door. With desperation, you try the knob, but then your heart sinks like a stone. Gosh darn it! It's locked. Double darn it! His footsteps echo towards you. There's nowhere to go. You're trapped. You're trapped. Oh, thanks. Thank you, text box. Trap. 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 I'm trapped. The man's voice floats towards you. He's approaching, lazily, knowing that you can't escape him. I have the high ground. If I jump from these stairs, I'm pretty sure I could give him a pretty mean elbow. He has you cornered like a mouse in a trap. Oh, Espoir. Guess what? You have nowhere to go. Give in? No. Okay, fine. Wait. Do I have anything? Knife. Knife, come to my aid. Fine. I mean, if I, like, lunge at him down the stairs, I'm definitely gonna break my knees, but I'll land straight on him. He climbs the stairs, appearing before you like a grim specter. Well, this has been fun, but I guess our little game ends here. I think I won, don't you? You press yourself backwards, but there's nowhere to go. I has knife! I'll put this key in his forehead if I have to. I'm sorry, cutie. You gave me a decent run. He flips open his knife. But why should I settle for decent when there's far more interesting prey out there? Finally, he cracks a smile. Espoir, I'm telling you that you're boring, and now I'm gonna kill you. Alright. Fine. I still think I have the high ground. I can jump down on him. Before you can react to his statement, he darts forward and plants the blade of his knife into your chest. Ruining my brand new picture-perfect boyfriend shirt, which is available on my t-shirt shops with the link in the description? You gasp, the pain overwhelming you as you fall forward. You twist the knife before pulling it back out. Blood spurts from your chest. The man lets your body drop like a stone, and you register your body falling before everything goes black. Well, fine. What if I hide in the main area? Is there anything to do there? You run back to the main basement area. Your breath's quick and anxious. You don't want the man to catch you. Unfortunately, there's nothing here to hide behind. The only major thing of interest in here is the bloody heap on the floor. Could you disguise yourself as the corpse? Well, I don't think that would work because he already knows I'm alive and kicking. Camouflage yourself near the bloody heap. I don't think that would work. Turn around and go upstairs. That's not gonna work. Give up and go back to the bedroom. Well, shoot. I guess I'm gonna have to do something gross. Camouflage yourself near the bloody heap. Gritting your teeth, you lift the corpse by the arms and drag it into one of the corners. It's extremely dark in here, so if you lay down on the floor where the body was, he might not know it's you. But where are you gonna put the other body? However, you aren't really bloody enough to pass for a corpse. Cut yourself and smear the blood over yourself? Decide this is a bad idea and try something else, so that's what I would do. Lay down where the corpse was and hold very still. This seems like a bad idea, so I'm gonna do it. Let's lay down where the corpse was and hold very still and make him think that we're the corpse that he probably already killed. You lie down and wait. And wait. And wait. Nothing seems to happen. You were hoping he would at least pass by you or something. You better not jump scare me! But you don't hear a thing. When does the game end? You suddenly hear muffled yelling from above you. You don't recognize the voice. What should you do? Stay put? Stay put! You stay put. Get up and do something else? No, you stay right there. You stay put. Stay! Don't you get up. Nope, we're staying here. What are you doing? We're staying. Fine. Get up and do something else. What if I do investigate the noise? Slowly, you make your way to the stairs. The yelling continues. You slowly make your way up the stairs until you end up at a locked door. You jiggle the handle. Hello? Is anyone there? She just won't shut up, will she? You turn around to see the man behind you, coming up the stairs. Ah! I could have told you this was gonna happen, me! Boo. Ah! He laughs. Well, I guess our little game ends here. I think I won, don't you? Don't stab me! I asked specifically for the opposite of this. What if I cut myself and smear the blood over myself? Who was yelling? The knife is sharper than you expect. It slices your arm open. Ooh. Well, you're definitely bloody now. You lie down and wait. And wait. And wait. Is my health gonna go down? You're bleeding, but you stay put. Why do I have the feeling that if I just keep bleeding, I'm going to get another bad ending? All of a sudden, you feel so cold. You can barely feel the pain from your wounds anymore. The world swims and sways around you. Up. You fall onto your hands and knees, a puddle of crimson spreading around your body. Oh look, it's the consequences of my own actions! You blink once, twice, and your eyes flutter shut. Ha ha! He didn't get nothing. What happens if I stay in the room and just stay in here and wait for something to happen? Wait for something to happen. After a few minutes, a voice abruptly speaks up. Espoir? You freeze up, glancing in the direction of the sound. You're not even going to try to run? Ah! You get a decently good look at the person speaking to you. He's pale and thin, with messy black hair that frames his face. Not very tall. He doesn't look very threatening. And yet, there's definitely something unhinged about this man. You can tell just by looking at him. Something's off about him. Your intuition firmly tells you to stay on your ground. Not in the least, because you woke up in a strange basement. The man loudly interrupts your thought pattern. Well, You're really boring. Well, excuse me. He looks you up and down. You just look at him, stunned. He huffs slightly. Well, I didn't bring you down here so you could do nothing. Come on. His hand reaches for something in his pocket, and you instinctively flinch back. Do something. Ah! A wide grin stretches on his face as he pulls a glinting knife from the pocket of his jeans. Did you have that in a sheath or some kind of covering, or did you just have that in your pocket? His face catches the dim light. Your eyes land on his teeth. Is it just you, or are they sharper than they should be? Are you a vampire? You stare at the knife, then at the 2 passages behind him. Can you make it there with him in the way? Try to run for the exit! You steel yourself before darting towards the man, trying to shove past him into the hallways. He grunts as you push him, and you feel the blade slice open your arm as you go past. Owie! Aw, come back. I wanted to cut you more than that. He's playing with you. You glance back to see him licking your blood from the blade, and quickly turn ahead. You need to make a decision now. Left or right? Right. Crap! Can I turn around? You turn back to the right passage. You can either head left or go back into the main basement area, but it's probably not a good idea to go back there with that man chasing you. Go left towards the door. I don't think I have the key yet. Turn the handle? Yeah, it's locked. I don't have the key, and I'm bleeding. You run straight into the man with the knife. He puts out a hand to grip your arm before you can back away. Guess what, Espoir? If you'd have been a little more observant, you would have found the key to that door. The tip of the knife goes to your throat, pushing you back against the wall. Hey! I was hoping our game would last a little bit longer, but I guess it can't be helped. You're bleeding and I'm hungry. Your heart is in your throat. It sounds like he's going to kill you. And eat you, probably. Let's see, don't move, beg for mercy, or fight before he stabs you. Now, knowing me, I would be very stubborn and fight before he stabs me. You may stab me and drink my blood, but I'm gonna break your nose. I'm gonna poke you in your eye. With seemingly no other options, you grab his wrist to keep the knife away from your neck. He grabs your hand and squeezes your fingers hard until you cry out and let go. Did I say you could touch me? The question seemed rhetorical as he presses the tip of the blade against your throat. Refuse to answer! You glare back at him instead of answering. The grin he returns is unnerving. Still got some fire in you. Good. He grabs the back of your hair and starts wrestling you to the ground, the blade still kissing your skin. If you fight back, you're definitely going to get cut. Struggle! Ooh. Well, shoot. You refuse to let him do this to you. You struggle, and the blade cuts deep into your neck. The man sighs and lowers his knife, as you feel warm wetness pouring from your throat. Aw, that's a shame. Oh well. I have others I can play with, you know. He holds you in place by your hair as he bends down towards your sinking body. You're not special, Espoir. His teeth enter your neck. He's drinking from you. A vampire? Your brain's too foggy to make sense of it. You try to struggle, but it's useless. Shock and blood loss slowly overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy and limp. The world goes fuzzy. Darkness creeps at the edge of your vision. Oh! He lets you go, and you crumple to the floor. At least you tasted all right. You barely process his words. You've lost too much blood. Slowly, everything goes dark. I died. What if I don't move? What if I don't do anything? He waits a few seconds, as if expecting you to do something. When you don't move, he huffs out a sigh and slices his blade across your throat. Rude! You choke on your own blood, pain enveloping your consciousness, and you topple forward. The world lurches sickeningly, then everything fades out. Well, nuts. Fine, what if I beg for mercy? Wait, please don't hurt me. I'm adorable and my heart is full of hopes and dreams. Your voice sounds pathetic even as you say the words, but what else can you do that won't end up in your death? The man looks at you and laughs. She speaks. Oh, poor Espoir. Are you scared, cutie? Maybe I won't hurt you if you ask nicely enough. Holding you against the wall with his knife, he lets go of your arm to grab a hold of your hair instead. Hey, don't grab my hair. I just put these braids in all by myself. They're already very painful. Why don't you beg for me again? It doesn't sound like a request. All right. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. You yelp as the man yanks your hair, cutting you off. Good girl. Stop. He studies your face. Aren't you the most obedient little thing? I mean, I didn't expect you to do it. Hey, everything else didn't work. You aren't sure what to answer, so you don't. He continues talking, almost to himself. I don't usually keep that kind of slave around, but you know what? It could be fun. Worst case scenario, I just kill you and find someone new. All right, I've decided, cutie. You're just adorable enough for me to keep you. Yay! Wait, oh no! Keep you? What? Confusion must be evident on your face, because the man laughs. Yes, Espoir, you get to be my prisoner. You get to live down here in the basement and maybe upstairs with my other pet, if you're good. Be happy. Your only other option was death. Yeah, you weren't kidding about that. I have a feeling that if I answer with anything other than "you got it, boss," I'm gonna be dead. So let me just save, and then be like, I don't want to be your prisoner. And I don't care, Espoir. He laughs again. It's a harsh, mocking laugh. I didn't ask you if you wanted to be brought here. Do you really think I care what you want? Why are you so mean? Well, I guess 'cause he's dead. Falls silent. Exactly. He grabs you and tows you along with him to the main basement area. Before you know it, your wrist is snapped into a manacle attached to the wall. Ugh. You don't have anything on you, do you? He pats you down, looking for anything in your pockets. Can't risk you harming yourself while I'm gone. He winks at you. Your stomach turns a little. I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I have nothing right now. Oh, and my name's Carson, by the way. Nice to know that. Carson stands and looks over your chain with satisfaction. You tug on the manacle. It doesn't budge from where it's connected to the wall. Okay, you have fun. And don't worry, cutie. I will be back later. He leaves you there, chained to the wall, and disappears. Left alone with your thoughts, you wonder what kind of life this will be. You lived. Okay. Instead of running right into him and getting my throat cut, what if I back away from the knife? Does that do anything? The man forces you to back up, and you stumble backwards, slipping a bit on the sticky floor. He smiles even wider and keeps following you, getting closer and closer until, with a sinking feeling, you feel your back hit the wall. You're trapped between him and the wall. He gets up close to you, manic expression still on his face. Your heart is beating wildly out of your chest as he places his free hand on the wall, settling the tip of the knife against your cheek. Well? It takes a moment for you to remember what he's asking. He wants you to do something. Should you? Run for the exit, kick him, stay still. I want to kick him. Well, pow! You jerk your knee up, hitting him squarely between the legs. Ha! Lets out a cry of pain, doubling over. The knife leaves your cheek, and you take the opportunity to get away from the wall and back away. Take his knife! Take his knife! Grab his knife! Keeping a defensive position as you watch him for any sign of movement. Ah! Heck! I thought I was ready. I wasn't ready. You hesitate too long, and the man recovers quickly, leveling his knife at you. He looks at you, and then laughs. You still got some fire in you, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Maybe you're worth keeping. He grabs the back of your hair and starts wrestling you to the ground, the blade kissing your skin. If you fight back, you'll definitely get cut. What if I do? Eep. While struggling will get me dead. What if I let it happen? You let him push you to your knees, the knife still held against your neck. He cuts you just a bit, and you whimper softly. His other hand wraps around your jaw as he slides the knife along your skin. You prepare yourself for what comes next. Your brain feels fuzzy from blood loss. The man looks smug. Good job. You wipe your bloody mouth with your hand, feeling exhausted. You know, I appreciate that you tried to run away. You gave me a little bit of a fight, but you still submitted to me in the end, huh? He pauses. You're my favorite kind of person, Espoir. You don't really like the sound of that statement. He reaches out to caress the side of your face with his free hand. My name's Carson. Carson? You feel dazed. You've lost a lot of blood. He nods, a soft smile gracing his face. Don't try to be cute right now, Carson. You're really cute. I like you. Come on, let's get you situated down here. Don't put me in the chains. He folds the knife and puts it away. Then he puts his arms under your shoulders to lift you up to a standing position. But you can't stand up. You're too weak. Espoir? Oh, crap. You pass out in his arms. I guess technically I lived. Okay, what if instead of kicking him or trying to run, what if I just stay still? What if I just freeze up? The man clicks his tongue, looking you over condescendingly as you stay frozen against the wall. His knife glides over your cheek as he starts to speak. Tch, you're not even going to move? That's a bit disappointing. You yelp, feeling a sharp sting as he pokes the blade into your cheek. Ow! But that doesn't mean we can't have some fun together. His free hand grabs your shoulder and shoves you towards the ground. You grunt and try to stay up, but you're quickly shoved onto your hands and knees. The knife hovers near your face, discouraging you from trying to get up again. If you're going to act like a doormat, why don't I treat you like one? He pulls out his knife and begins to cut you. Ouch! After he's finally finished, the man pulls away from your limp body, leaving you curled on the floor. Everything hurts. Everything is bleeding. You try and fail to get up. He looks down at you with a smile, slipping the bloody knife back into his pocket. Is he done? You feel relief for a moment, until he grabs your shoulders and yanks your head up near his. You were a decent one, I suppose. His voice is almost tender as he speaks to you. But I don't really need more of you. You stare at him, shaking. The man kisses your head before diving down and biting down hard on your neck. Owie! You let out a loud scream. It hurts. It hurts like you're being impaled through the neck. You probably are. He hums contently against your skin, and with disgust, you realize he's actually drinking the blood from your body. Oh, you try to struggle, but it's useless. Shock and blood loss slowly overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy and limp. The world goes fuzzy. Darkness creeps at the edge of your vision. Ah, dang it. At least you tasted all right. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Why don't you beg me again? What if I say no? I will not. No, you refuse to humiliate yourself so this evil man can get a kick out of it. He waits a few seconds, head tilting from side to side, but you keep your mouth firmly shut. Oh, I see. You're scared, but you're not scared enough. Not enough to matter. He pauses, considering another idea. Or maybe you want me to hurt you. Is that it? Do you enjoy pain? Does this entire situation excite you, Espoir? You open your mouth to argue, but he pricks you with his knife in warning, slapping his free hand over your mouth. No, I don't want you to talk right now. Your words aren't making any sense. You say you're scared, but you won't do as I ask. But no need to worry, cutie. I'm very good at finding out the truth about people. And I think you're interesting enough that it's worth the effort to learn the truth. That's good, right? Bite his finger, do nothing. Sorry, dude, but I'm gonna have to Tate Frost you right there. A chomp. You open your mouth and bite down on his finger. He curses and yanks his hand away. Ow! You really are a brat, aren't you? He laughs despite the blood dripping from his hand. Good. I like that in a person. Then, to your surprise, he lets you go. What a twist! I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. Redeem myself? You're an irredeemable kidnapper. His eyebrows raise. Am I? Just that? I'm so much more than just that, Espoir. Now, he studies you closely, as if you were a work of art in the museum. I've decided I find you interesting, Espoir. Just a little bit interesting. What do I need to gain the approval of my kidnapper? He seems to read your expression. That's a good thing. It means I feel like keeping you alive. So, here's the plan. I'm gonna leave you down here in the basement. You can wander around and do whatever. And then, when I get bored, I'll come down here and play with you again. Sound good? No? No? What? You're crazy. He laughs. Okay, great. And I'm Carson, by the way. At least you introduced yourself. He winks at you before stepping away and heading up the stairs, pointing his knife at you to discourage you from following. You stare after him in disbelief. You're just gonna leave me here? Yep. After a second, you hear a door closing. Dumbfounded, you make your way to the bed and lie down. This is insane. But you survived one day with this crazy man. That has to count for something, right? Maybe you can survive a few more. Long enough to escape. I don't know, with how bored this guy gets, I think my chances are pretty slim. And then you'll be free of him and his sick games. With this hope in mind, you fall asleep on the bed, waiting for the next time that Carson comes to play. You lived! Yay! I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. How can I do that? How can I redeem myself? He hums, seemingly thinking for a moment. Well, you kind of already failed the test, cutie. But I guess you gave it your best shot. And that's all any of us can do, isn't it? Now, I guess our little game ends here. I think I won, don't you? Oh. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. What if I don't say anything? What if I just stare at him? All right, if that's how you're going to be. Maybe you're not that interesting after all. I guess our little game ends here. I won, don't you think? Dang it! Quit stabbing me, bro! Oh yeah, I didn't examine the corpse more closely. Maybe I should do that. Gathering your courage, you step closer to investigate the corpse. Aside from the stab wound, her body is covered in bruises and bite marks. Something on her skin catches your eye, and you look closer. Right above her left breast, there's a purposeful scar carved there. The letter C. You back away in horror. Say nothing. Really? The silent treatment? That's how you're gonna be? He sighs. Come on, Espoir. Is there nothing I can do to get you to play with me a bit longer? I barely got into toy with you at all. Oh, well, I'm very sorry. He speaks casually, like he's chatting about the weather. Would it help if I threatened you? You aren't sure what to say to that. He sighs deeply. If you insist. He flips the knife open and closed. You're gonna run away from me right now, or else. He thinks for a moment. I'm gonna carve my name into your skin. Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, that must be what the C on that lady is for. What do you think of that, Espoir? Does that help? You're cringe. I'm not cringe, you're cringe. He blinks at you. Then he laughs. Cringe? All right. Whatever makes you feel better. Come on, let's keep playing. Maybe he is serious about carving his name into your skin, but it doesn't bother you enough to make you want to keep playing hide and seek with this madman. No, I don't want to play anymore. The man frowns at you, straightening up from where he was leaning against the doorframe. Did I ask you, cutie? I brought you here for me to play with. So I'll decide when we're done playing. He grabs you by the shoulders. So, since you won't run away from me, I guess hurting you is almost as fun. He gets behind you and starts pushing you inside the bedroom. Resist him, or let him push you onto the floor? What happens if I let him? I give up. You're too cringe for me to fight. He pushes you onto your stomach on the floor and cuts open the back of your shirt. Ooh, he's really gonna do it. You hiss in pain as you feel his knife slice open your back. He holds you down by your neck as he cuts, and you can feel him making purposeful lines with the knife. He must be cutting his name into your skin, just like he threatened to. Enough, I'll play. Oh, now you'll play? He pauses with the knife, humming to himself. Then he lifts his hand off of your neck. Get up, then. You get up, flinching at the stinging pain from your bare back. Ow! Still alive? Good. He smirks at you as if he's won. Go on, run, hide. With no other choice but to risk him tormenting you more, you comply with his demands. You run. But, there's nothing I can do. Oh, fine. What if I resist him? You fight back as he tries to shove you onto the floor. But he's stronger than you. You can't keep him from pushing you down. Well, he knows I'm serious. He pushes you onto your stomach on the floor and cuts open the back of your shirt. Wait! No, not again! I already tried to push past him in the bedroom, but what if I sit down on the bed? What are we gonna do on the bed, senpai? Before you can think better of it, you fall back to the ruffled twin bed and sit down. The man's calculating expression fades into pure confusion. You've perplexed him. Now what? What's your name, Blood? Maybe you can lull him into a false sense of security by just talking to him. He seems to consider his answer for a while. You're asking me questions? Really? He laughs. It's Carson. He pauses. Allet. Not like you're getting out of here to tell anyone. He observes you, cautiously, yet curiously. I do want to converse with him more, but right now, what happens if I attack him? Do I even have a knife? Yes, I have a baby knife. The moment you think he's off his guard, you pull out the knife you took and plunge it towards his chest. His arm shoots out at an insane speed and grabs your wrist before the blade even meets his skin. His face lights up with a grin. Very clever, Espoir. You know, I appreciate the attempt, but that was never going to work. I pretty much figured that. You frown, trying to pull your wrist out of his grip, but he only squeezes harder until your fingers drop the weapon. Ow! He grabs your dominant arm by the wrist and slashes the knife across your palm. Ow! You scream in pain, fingers curling inward. He keeps holding your wrist in place as he leans in and licks some of the blood from your palm. Yeah, you won't be gripping anything for a while, Espoir. Tears roll down your face. It hurts, and him licking the wound is only making it worse. Come on, don't cry. You knew what would happen if you failed to kill me. But don't worry, I'm a merciful guy. I won't kill you in return. His grin and his expression says this isn't mercy for you at all. Now, just in case, let's take care of your other hand. Before you can protest, he's cutting your other palm open. Ow! I'm not gonna be able to grip a cheeseburger for like 3 years. He grabs you and tows you along with him to the main basement area. Before you know it, your wrists are snapped into a manacle attached to the wall. He pats you down, looking for anything in your pockets. He takes the key from your pocket, chuckling a little. Hey, can't risk you harming yourself while I'm gone. Or stabbing you with that key. Carson stands and looks over your chain with satisfaction. Okay, let's conversate a little bit more. That's a nice name. That's a nice name. Nice. His shoulders shake a little as he laughs. You're pretty strange. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. He steps towards the dresser and opens one of the drawers. Now's your chance to act. What happens if I run from the bedroom? That seems like the smartest thing to do. You leap up and run out of the bedroom while Carson is near the dresser. You hear him swear behind you, but you don't stop running. But where are you going to go? Yeah. Both of these just leads to a dead end again. Okay, what if I do nothing? What if I do nothing then? He removes another blade from the drawer, turning it over in his hand, before looking back at you. You're not doing anything. He approaches you slowly. So, I guess our little game ends here. I think I won, don't you? Ah! Alright, can I attack him now? You grab the knife from where it was hidden and slash it across the man's throat when he's not expecting it. Oh! I got him! Finally! You catch him completely by surprise. He chokes on his own blood, eyes widening. You use this opportunity to shove him to the floor. Ha ha! Take that! He falls back and hits his head on the ground hard. You back up from his body, wobbling a little. You don't have much time. You need to do something. Search his hoodie or run while you can. What's in your hoodie? This is probably risking my life, but I want any kind of lore. You crouch down and search through the pockets of his hoodie as he lies there, choking and trying to get up. He feels something metal and sees it immediately. A ring of keys. Oh yeah. The man rolls onto his side, covering his wound with one hand. Alright, let's get out of here. Where did these keys go? You run out of the bedroom. You don't know what he's capable of, and you don't want to find out. Better to get out while he's still down. You run across the hall and up the stairs. There's a dim light and a door at the top. You frantically try the knob. It's locked. You pull out the ring of keys and try one after the other. The fourth key fits the lock. You turn it, heart pounding. Was there somebody else up here? Are they gonna push me back down? The door swings open and light spills out. Let's get it, let's leave the basement. Oh, fancy. You step out into what seems to be a normal house. The lights are on, and you can smell some kind of food. Alright, I'm gonna eat your food and then I'm going to escape. There's a living room with a couch and a TV. What is this? It's so mundane compared to all you've seen in the basement. Do other people live here? You stand there, shivering a little, considering what to do. I could leave the house immediately, or look around for a bit. You know, I think the MC needs a break. Let's leave the house immediately. Let's just not even do that. You don't know who else might be in the house. They're probably gonna pick me up and push me back down the stairs. They could just be as evil as that man. Or be like his dad or something. You find the front door and open it. It's daytime and the sun is shining brightly. Outside is a dirt path leading into a cluster of trees. You see a road in the distance. You don't wait. Running along the path, you enter into the woods and press on towards the road. You're free. Wait, did we make it? You escaped! Yay! What? Yay! We out! So now let's snoop around. Look around a bit first. Maybe grab a few souvenirs. You decide to look around the house a bit first. It's not like that man is going to recover from being stabbed in the throat. There's a closed door down the hallway. You approach it, noticing it's locked from this side. Oh, you got these keys here. You reach out to unlock it, then jump when someone yells. I know you're there, bastard. I can hear you walking. Who is this person? Are they gonna be a problem? Oh wait, did he mention that he had another prisoner? I've been here long enough. Let me out of here. You frown. Who's in there? Another prisoner? What should you do? Let's open that door. Let's open that door right there. You hesitantly unlock and open the door. If they're just... Nico-chan! Do they got little fly wings? And a tail and ears? Oh! A short woman is standing on the other side, poised to scream at you. But she stops short when she sees who you are, or rather, who you aren't. Hey, you want to get out of here? Cause the door's open and he's not gonna get up unless he has regenerating powers. You recognize the same mark that you saw on the corpse on the woman's cheek. Oh. She looks you up and down, taking in your bruises and cuts. Oh crap! You got out! You actually got out! Why are you standing here and not immediately out the door, lady? She puts her hands on your shoulders, a comical action considering her height. How do you do that? I'm pretty short, but I have a feeling you're shorter than me. Hi, I'm Farah. Nice to meet you. We gotta go, now! Let's go! The girl gives you a push backwards. She's surprisingly strong for her size. Farah grabs your hand and leads you confidently through the house, stopping to deadbolt the basement door. Ha! He'll get out eventually, but with luck, we'll be too far away before he does. You're a bit confused on how he could possibly not be dead, but decide not to question it. Not gonna question why this person has cat ears, wolf tail, and cute little fly wings. Come on, let's go. She's the one who stopped. Aww. She half drags you to the front door, and then outside. It's daytime, and the sun is shining. The sun? I miss the sun. Outside is a dirt path leading into a cluster of trees. You see a road in the distance. Farah doesn't let go of your hand, tugging you towards the road.
We can get help. Come on. I don't know how you did it, but we're gonna get out of here.
She leads you down the dirt path and towards the road. You enter the woods together. The two of you are free.
Yay! We escaped!
Yay! Always a good feeling when you actually escape from one of these games. So if your sanity is really low and you dart back into the room, you can start taking off your shirt. Like, well, I'm not going anywhere, so let me just... You hook your fingers under your shirt, making it obvious what you're about to do. This is crazy, but you feel crazy. You've pushed my limit. My sanity is too low now. He stares at you, a bit blankly, then steps towards you, cautiously. Espoir, what are you doing? His expression is suspicious as he watches you, as if he knows your intentions. You pull off your shirt, and his cobalt eyes move to your chest and back to your face. Just watching, seeing what you'll do next. Continue taking off your clothes. This is basically like that one scene in Dominion Tank Police when the cat girls are doing a striptease for all the police officers so they can avoid being shot. You slip off your pants, never looking away from him. Just a bit closer, and you can attack him with the knife. He still looks perplexed and wary. Invite him towards you. I want you. I mean, he's pretty cute. He does have beautiful eyes. You lean back on the bed, invitingly. The man glances from side to side, then back at your body. I'm flattered, I guess, but it's a little early for that, don't you think? Besides, you're not really my type. How dare you? He approaches you, plucking your shirt off the bed and tossing it over you. Why do I always get the strange ones? He turns his back to you. What do you mean, the strange ones? You came into my house and kidnapped me. You saw the posters I have. He turns his back to you, seemingly ruminating. Try to push past him. To your surprise, he lets you sweep him aside with barely any resistance. In fact, he outright lets you get past him. He's probably going to give me the keys saying, get out. Please, get out. I don't want to deal with you anymore. You want to keep playing? Okay, cutie. Well, this has been fun. But... He smiles at you. You're perfect, Espoir.
Oh no!
Out of all the victims I've ever hunted, you're the second one to catch my attention like this. Who's the first, the lady on the ground or the lady upstairs? I think I'm gonna keep you. You'll live in my house and be like my pet. Hey, it's not so bad. I could be killing you right now. You should be happy to be alive. But there's just one tiny thing I need to take care of before I take you upstairs. Are you gonna carve the letter C into me somewhere?
Eep.
He drags you to the main basement area and opens a cabinet. He hums to himself as he rummages around in there. You can't see what he's doing inside the cabinet.
Ah!
Finally, he pulls out a hypodermic needle. Don't worry, it's clean. I don't believe you. He puts a hand on the back of your neck and forces you to your knees. Just hold very still. You feel a slight sting as the needle enters the side of your neck. All done. He places the used needle in a bag and puts it back in the cabinet.
What was that?
Don't you worry about it. Just a little bit of, we'll call it insurance. Oh, and since you'll need to know, my name's Carson. You can call me that if you want to. I don't mind. Now, come on. Let's go upstairs. He drags you up to your feet and takes you to the stairway. Carson reaches into his hoodie for a key and unlocks the door at the top. Oh, so he escorts me up here this time. The two of you emerge into a normal-looking house, though you notice that all of the curtains are drawn tightly, preventing sunlight from entering. Interesting. Carson lets go of you and moves down the hallway to a door. You glance at the front door. It looks unlocked. Make a run for it or stay put? What's he gonna do if I try to make a run for it? You dash for the front door as soon as Carson walks away. It's unlocked. You can escape. Can I? But as soon as you put your hand on the doorknob, pain explodes from your neck. Okay. Alright. Ah! Is that your insurance, buddy? You fall to your knees, clutching your neck. Carson clicks his tongue from behind you. Come on, Espoir. Did you really think it would be that easy? Yeah, I kinda did. The pain finally subsides, and you groan softly. Now get up and come over here. I want you to meet Farah. Carson unlocks the door down the hallway and drags out its occupant into the living room. I think we can take him, Farah. Me and you together, we can take him.
Ow! Let me go. I can walk.
The woman stops short upon seeing you.
Who is that, Carson? What did you do?
Farah, meet Espoir. She's going to be living here for a while. He laughs. We'll see how long Espoir lasts.
I can't believe you.
Farah walks up to you and puts her hands on her hips.
Hey, I'm sorry in advance for the cringe idiot.
Carson rolls his eyes from nearby. That's not very nice, Farah.
I don't give a flip. I know how this game is played. And soon Espoir will too, if I have anything to say about it.
Carson shrugs. Fine. Tell her whatever you like. He walks away to the doorway down the hall. I'll leave you two to get acquainted. Keep each other out of trouble. Farah rolls her eyes this time.
I'm sorry, but...
She sighs, glancing off to one side.
You're gonna wish he had just killed you and gotten it over with.
She begins explaining Carson's treatment of her over the last few months. And from what Farah tells you, you're inclined to agree with her statement. You would have been better off just dying in the basement. Is it really that bad? You lived, but at what cost? So if I slash his throat, but don't rummage through his hoodie, then I don't have the key to go upstairs. Quickly, you try the key you have. It doesn't fit the lock. Your heart drops like a stone. No, you're trapped. You're trapped in here. Maybe he has the key on him. You turn around and run back downstairs. Something blocks your way back to the bedroom. You stop short. It's him. How is he alive? He doesn't hesitate to wrap his hands around your neck. You're shoved down against the floor, gasping for breath. Ah, my health! His fingers compress your windpipe until you can't breathe. You choke and shove at him, but he's not moving. His expression is almost afraid, like he almost lost control of you, and he won't let it happen again. Yeah, oh shoot, my health. He doesn't let go. The pressure builds up in your head. Your brain is screaming for oxygen, but it doesn't come. Oh, I'm out. Slowly, painfully, everything goes dark. How dare you? And so, this is the ending that happens if you name yourself Alyssa. You're not even going to try to run? You get a decently good look at the person speaking to you. He's pale and thin with messy black hair that frames his face. Not very tall. He doesn't look very threatening. And yet, there's definitely something unhinged about this man. You can tell just by looking at him, Something's off about him. Wait. Inessa? I know that name. I know your face. What? Ooh, I can really mess with him here. I could say, it's me, Carson, Inessa. Or, I don't know who you think I am, but I've never met you before. Yeah, what if I say, I don't know you, blood? I don't know you, fam? You're right. I've never met you before. He laughs. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, you're really boring. He looks you up and down. You even picked up the key I left there, but you didn't do anything with it. You just look at him, stunned. He huffs slightly. Well, I didn't bring you down here so you could do nothing. Come on. What you gonna do with that knife, brother? Alright, let's mess with him. It's me, Carson. Inessa. I remember you too. He steps closer, the malice previously on his face replaced with curiosity. I remember us. But from where? I don't know either, but I know you. From another life, perhaps. Oh. After a moment, he hesitantly wraps you in a soft hug. You return the hug. The hug lasts a few seconds before he lets go and takes your hand. Let's go upstairs, Inessa. I want to learn more about you. If you insist, Carson, I'd like to learn more about you too. Yeah, like, what's your deal, brother? Maybe whatever we had, we can have again. Oh. The two of you walk upstairs, hand in hand. Oh, you lived! And now your name is Inessa. How pretty. Woohoo! I got all the endings. Yeah! Well, that was One Bite, a short visual novel, and there will be a link in the description if you would like to try it for yourself. Oh, you're in for a doozy of a game when a health bar appears. To hear what you have to say about Carson. Perhaps there's all sorts of lore in another game that I'm missing out on. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to interact with it in any way you feel comfortable. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope.